All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Sunday. Supposed to start an hour ago, but it's what it is. I forgot we were doing the new time. I keep thinking Monday, and then Wreaking Havoc says, aren't you going a little earlier tonight? And I'm like, oh, shite. All right. Thank you. Here we are an hour later, give or take. But we're here. Ooh, I forgot to turn on the other light. I thought I saw darkness. There we go. That's amazing. Huh? I mean, see, I don't need this right now. I know that's my fault. I was trying new things out. Something's going to go wrong tonight with this green screen. I love this UFO behind me. You know what that is? Don't worry about it. That's what it is. Don't worry about it. So we're here on Sunday. It's the 11th of July, 2021. I got good news. Bought the ticket. We're going to California. It's official. I'm not going to tell you the date or what flight, but you will have an exciting video when I get there that night. It could be this Saturday. Could be Sunday. Could be Sunday night. Could be Saturday morning. But the ticket is booked. Let's see. I was going to prove it, and I can, but I don't know. Let me see what it looks like when I pull it up here. Quick access. Here it is. Screenshot I took of it. Let's see. Oh, I got to zoom in. All right, we'll zoom in. Zoom. See, I can't. It shows the dates, the times. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of what do you call it? Editing on this. But I'll show you tomorrow. Anyway, it's true. We're going. I'm going. Michael's going. Cousin's brother's already there. Santa Monica today was like 73 degrees, 65 at night. My heart just skipped a beat because that's like beautiful weather. That's like everything I need at this time. I think I need a what is that? What is that? Mike Daniel Scranton does. What does he do? I'm getting that down. I'm getting that down. You know that guy walks around his house going, you know he does. There's no way that guy does that randomly. That is done purposefully, and on purpose. I kid you not. Daniel Scranton is a hero in my book. Nobody acts like that if they don't really mean it. Put yourself out on the line like that. What are your family and friends? They're going to come over. Hey, Daniel, how you doing? You know, what kind of conversation you have with this guy? All his friends have to be channelers. They can't just be a lawyer, a doctor, a salesman. You can't have those people over. Trust me, I know. Little Lou tonight. I'm a little slow tonight. I'm warming up to the task. It's weird. I leave my house. I feel fantastic. I come back home and I feel drained. So it didn't start till like a month after I got here. I was talking to Dark Hour today about this. And I'm wondering if whatever was happening in Phoenix came here. Of course it did. It's because I'm sick. I'm not sick. You know what I mean? I don't eat right. I don't sleep right. That makes you feel this way. Hey. Oh, yeah. Oh. Tina won't be here tonight. I was just about to say that she's sick, but we are having the giveaway tonight. Oh my God, I can't believe I threw away all the numbers. Oh my God, that's right. I was going to do a different type of oh wait, here are the numbers. Oh, okay, I got them. Oh, good. I thought I threw them away. Well, I'm sorry you're sick. But we maybe we'll do it when you come back. We don't have to do it tonight. We can do it tomorrow. You want to do the giveaway tonight? Does it matter? Thank you for the $2 super chat. Super mucho gusto generoso. Tina Mobley. Hope you feel better. Do you guys want to do it tomorrow? Wasn't that a nice dramatic hand over heart? I thought I did well on that too. That's the weird thing. I'm like, that actually came out pretty good. What's this? Mr. Pope? Hey everyone, my stills are visible on Jonathan Mulder Pope, Truth Seeker. Maybe Rich, you would like to show them now? Not ready, but I'll show them. I thought I already talked to you about them, right? Was I going to do that? I didn't plan on it tonight, so we'll have to be tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. Sorry, Jonathan Pope, but didn't have it in my plans tonight. All right, it looks like we'll go ahead and get the numbers ready. So they're going to come in the order that they're received. I might need some help here. Can somebody help me do this? Don't make me do this myself tonight. So the way this giveaway is going to work, let me show you the what you get. Here we go. You gotta, I think we've got one of these. Let's see. And there's 2 Goof On bracelets we're giving away. We are not, it's free shipping in the US, just so you know. And here's the bracelets. And out of the country, Tina will let you know. But there they are. She makes them. Very nice. I love this stuff. My mom used to make jewelry. She used to sell it in Costco's. I think she quit about 10 years ago. Oh my God. She made some cool stuff, but it wasn't lucrative. She got into it too late. People have already established themselves, and I guess once you start duplicating or simulating what other people do, this is a long time ago. But this stuff seems to be coming back, and I'm happy with these. I love these. I like this one. I don't know why, because it reminds me of Jupiter, like a sun. These look like planets, dude. Oh, that's cool. And it's got the different colored cubes. This one's cool too, though, because you get more of a, I guess, pastel, all different colors here. These are different colors, but they're the same. You know what I mean? Wow, those are great. 2 totally different but similar bracelets. All right. So the way we were going to do it, whoever puts in 5. No, there's no bad vibes in my hood. Well, you know what? With these old retired bastards, there could be. Wait, where am I? Why was that? Oh, yeah, we're also going to look at the Virgin Galactic Spaceflight. Yeah, screw that. Thank you, TC. $5. It seems like you're in another country, but we can put you in. I got to mark you down as a number one. Now, if I'm playing a video or something and you put in a $5, we're going to do it for, we'll do 1 hour. At the bottom of next hour, like for me, it's 8:16. So at 9:30, 1 hour from now, 1 hour, because I'm going to end the show a little earlier tonight because of the way I feel. So, TC 1. Thank you. Super generoso. And that goes right into the road trip fund because I may be staying an extra 4 to 5 days. And if that happens, well, awesome. Roll call. Humboldt Life 707. Welcome to the show. Helen Crystal Energy. Welcome to the show. Lunar Sparkles 1. Welcome to the show. Felicia Flores. Welcome to the show. JP Bessenor. Welcome to the show. Scott Brown. Welcome to the show. I like that version of Welcome to the Show. Den Bob. Sky Allen. Welcome to the show. Dorothy Lang. Welcome to the show. Jonathan Pope. Welcome to the show. Mario UFOs. Welcome to the show. Derek Atkins. Giddy up. Welcome to the show. Karen the Good Twin. Welcome to the show. Gigi Abby Lynn. Welcome to the show. Misty OC Dragons. Welcome to the show. First Floor Audio. Welcome to the show. Truth Seeker 101. Welcome to the show. Jill Delight. Welcome to the show. Paul Tavares, batting third. Paul Tavares. Welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show. Samantha Morris. Meow. Welcome to the show. Morris the cat. Too old? Too young? Elena Ianu. I don't know. Welcome to the show. Hey, Mr. Catfish 2100, welcome to the show. Pyramid 7, welcome to the show. Susie Komu, welcome to the show. Como? I think it's Susie Komu. Oh, Jeep Girl. What the hell? How have you been? You see? We were just talking about this. That is a nice surprise. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And welcome to the show. Justin, welcome to the show. Sleazy Bees, cool name. I dig it. Hey, I'd rather. Welcome to the show. Adrian and Gloria Alvarez, welcome to the show. Area 503, Manny, welcome to the show. Jill Delight, it's so good it'll make you feel right, Delight. And now in sugar free. Hey, Elliot D, welcome to the show. All right, we done? All right. If I missed your name, it's because you weren't here. VDog55, still catching, folks. Welcome to the show. Coral Ann, how did I not say hi to you? Did I say hi? I don't remember. Coral Ann, welcome to the show. Amuamua 42, welcome to the show. Kingfish Kebabs, welcome to the show. Stephen A. Is this Stephen A., the sports journalist, caster guy? Misty Sea Dragons. You are in for the drawing. Thank you for the $5 super chat. If you're out of this country, I don't know about the shipping. I forget. Let me see what was said about shipping, because this is very important. What? Oh boy. Gosh, I hate bad news like that. All right, let me see if there's... What did I miss? Only U.S. shipping is free. But if you want it and don't mind paying for the out-of-country shipping, we'll find out the cost, and you can send that through PayPal. she'll let you know. So if you win, you're out of the country, I'll email her your information. She'll get back to you and explain that part. Sounds like it's difficult, but it really isn't. It's just an email. That's all. So that's it. Yeah. If you're out of the country and you won, then we go back to that. We're getting it. We're making it easier. Remember the first time? I didn't even know what I was giving away because I'm such a, forgetful guy. That's my fault. I'm paying more attention to detail again. So we'll get back to sometimes you take things for granted. I think that's what I started doing. Welcome to the show, everybody. If I didn't get your name, that's okay. You're here now. So welcome. And I think that's what happens when you do something on the regular and it almost comes so routine, you take things for granted. And I think I was starting to get to that point because I never forget. I mean, I forget, but I never forget as much as I have been. So I think that's what I was doing. I was just taking for granted. I can just sit down, get the show ready and go. I started doing less detail. I know it. I do that every 3 months. You'll see me slip and forget and it gets sloppy. And the next thing you know, in 2 days, we snap the show back. It's like, what did he do differently? Why am I entertained tonight and I wasn't last night? Anyway, so I love Mr. MBB 33333 so much, He makes me feel smart. And he's in Arizona, where I just moved from. He's in Mesa. I was in Phoenix, 35 miles away, give or take, depends on where he lived, where I live. But they had their first, and I'm talking major monsoon storm the other night on the 9th. And where he lived, he got hit hard. Okay. If I was still living in Phoenix, I would have been swearing. I would have been so angry because it just missed. And that's why I moved. No. But it's awful when you're a person like me who loves storms so much. I mean, I probably would have drove to it. No, this storm was so big that he actually talked about it on his channel and was showing it. And I was like, damn, that was probably one of the biggest storms. But in the old days, monsoons used to be coming up from the south, like one after the other, and they kept filtering up from the Gulf, the Baja of California, and from Tucson to Phoenix to Sedona and Flagstaff, the storms would just roll from south to north, one after the other. They just keep popping up, like a conveyor belt. Now, in the last 15 years, and I think you're not going to like it, but I have proof, so I'm going to say it. But I think because of all the chemtrail spraying that they've done in that area over the last, since at least 2004, I think 2003 is when they really started spraying. And because I got it on camera. And I think what they did was diminish the storms so much and change the weather pattern that it did something to the weather system, to the monsoon season that happens every summer. But yeah, it's been 20 years since they had a storm like the one they had last night or 2 nights ago. And you think I would be upset that I missed it? Not even close. Not even close. But now that they've stopped spraying because of the lockdown and all that stuff that happened, there were no planes out for a very long time spraying this shit. I talked about this the other night. And I think the weather, why can't I say weather? It's weathern? Am I thinking Western weather? Something's wrong. I think the weather pattern is getting back to normal. And I think the shift is back, and they're going to have a pretty good season, I think, this year. But I wanted to share with you that, I mean, this is huge. this storm. I couldn't believe it. The thing is, I know what I don't like? There really wasn't any video. He didn't show me any video. Radar. Show us the news channel. You can do that. They show the weather, but be that as it may.
9th, same day as the storm.
Pretty big. So I would have lived like right over here. Right here is where I would have been. Right in this area. The storms came right there. Anyway, you'll see.
Nebraska. Only this one was out here in Arizona. Didn't do quite as much damage as this storm did here. I took
My
that photo you
God,
saw.
that is over 100 miles. That's crazy.
There in the upper right-hand corner, the storm was coming down the mountain from the northeast, and there was also this system here coming up from the east-southeast, convening on the Southeast Valley. When that storm went through, the rain was going sideways, the wind was howling, and the sky looked like a nonstop strobe light. Photo here sent in by Tony out of Congress, Arizona, of the storm as it was moving through Congress. You can see a big collection of mammatus clouds in the sky above Congress, Arizona. Photo here of some incredible lightning sent in by Pearl L out of Mesa Gilbert. This was right on the Mesa Gilbert line. And
so one thing I do miss, which I really don't, I thought I would miss is what I should say, what would be these types of storms today. That's why I was about to say I didn't mind not being there because today we had some really bad thunderstorms and I wanted to drive to the closest one because they were building up, coming right for me and then broke and then went around. So I got in my car to go get something to eat anyway. And the lightning I saw, I've never saw lightning like this in my life up close. It was wild. It reminded me of a horror movie. 3-4 lightning bolts at the same time. I'm like, that was. I'm looking out the windshield. I'm like, that was the most beautiful thing. And it's all covered in rain. In Arizona, you get, these long strikes because the clouds get so high and everything. But here in Florida, now I know why when it thunders, I'm hearing doom, 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 because there's 2, 3, maybe 4 lightning bolts going off from different directions. That's what I saw today, and I saw it the day after the hurricane left. Wow, I mean, it's crazy out here in Florida. It really is. But they had over 110,000 lightning strikes over that night in Phoenix. That's a lot of matzo balls and some hail, but nothing really major. I do want to show you a video from this guy. I want to show you the dust storm real quick. And then we'll get on with the show. So I'm glad. I hope you guys are having a nice weekend. I know it's Sunday. Don't be down. Just enjoy what we can do now. We are on earlier all week. I don't want you to forget that. I don't want to forget it either. So tomorrow night, don't forget, it's going to be 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. And then there'll be a third phase UFO report later on that evening. So this guy lives where I used to live near this place, but this area got wasted by dust and heavy thunder and lightning. Not a lot of rain, but check this out. Dust storm coming. A lot of people call these haboobs. But that's what you call them in another part of the world, like Iraq or something. And this is pretty intense.
Are you staying out? I don't know. Oh, wow. It's really coming now. I know. I don't want to ruin the camera.
And then he goes, and then watch this. Look at that turn to sand. All that stuff that goes inside of your freaking body. Anyway, it gets pretty bad, but that was Arizona. I have to be honest with you. I don't miss it. You know what I miss? I miss the openness. And I think I say this every night. It's like in Florida, you can only see as far as the trees allow you to see, which isn't very far. Everything's like flat out here. In Arizona, you've got hills, mountains, slopes, and you can see as far as the horizon. If the visibility was 100 miles, you could see 100 miles. We used to in 79 and 80 when we moved out to Arizona, able to see 100 miles someday. That's a long way on a flat plane. That shouldn't be possible. Right? How can that be possible? How can I see mountains? Because you can see these mountains all the way from ground to top I know for 60 miles, because that was we could always see 60 miles, the Estrella Mountains. Mountains to the stars is what the Estrella Mountains means. Estrella stars, you got it. There is a video that Mr. MBB333 has here that I definitely want to show you. I don't want to forget this, because this is, maybe somebody here has seen something like this. That's how odd it is. I've never seen it. Let me pull it up. What did I do? All right, here we go. And let's see. Let me get to it. It happened, I think, in the UK. Yeah, it must be early. Let me see. Why can't I find it? Oh, here it is. I mean, this looks like a movie. This looks like CGI, but apparently it's real.
We're looking at this was taken by Omar over in London on June 25th.
London.
He looked straight up and noticed a vortex in the sky. So it looks like to me he was right underneath a potential tornado. I don't know if it ever touched down, but he was directly centered underneath the center of rotation. You can see it's pulling up debris.
Come on,
remember,
now.
Tornadoes pull up.
Really?
Hurricanes push down. So this is a classic tornado signature.
Is this possible? Does this happen anywhere? Has anybody ever seen anything like this? And I'm going to wait. It looks like a portal. But you can see that these papers and, things that can float, they're literally being sucked into this vortex thing. It's real. This isn't a fake. This isn't CGI. Wait until I show you more of it. It gets more defined and more creepy, in my opinion.
Pulling up, you can see the debris flying in the sky.
I don't know, maybe,
it's very
Julie.
rare to see one forming like this from this perspective. A great observation by Omar from over in London, and you can see the debris once again being pulled up into the sky. Don't know if it ever made contact with the ground. He didn't say. He just sent in that incredible video footage. Thanks, Omar, for sharing. Also in this video,
I have never seen anything like this. Right. Thank you, Scott Brown. So, you know what I'm going to think now? That this might be fake? Kind of has some sort of fake quality, but it does look real.
Pull up, hurricanes push down.
I'm telling you that you can see the pole here is being pushed around by wind. There's something going on. This looks extremely real. I know clouds can be made to look like, but there's nothing to me that looks fake.
Tornado signature. It's pulling up. You can see the debris flying in the sky.
It's
very rare to see one.
I'm just wondering how far down out of the sky this thing has come. Is this a spout? Is this the funnel and it's almost to the ground, like maybe a couple 100 feet up? Is that what we're noticing? Why is it sideways? I don't think it's sideways. I think he's looking straight up, maybe a little north or whatever. That's what I think's going on.
One forming like this from this perspective. A great observation by Omar from over in London. And
I see what you're saying, B. Baker,
pulled up into the sky. Don't know.
I think that is, it is what it is. See? And it looked like it was getting closer. Maybe it was getting wider. Hey, man, Let's take another look.
Push down. So this is a classic tornado signature. It's pulling up. You can see the
What's up,
debris
alien
flying
girl?
in the sky, but it's very rare to see one forming like this. From this perspective, a great observation by Omar from over in London, and you can
See this little thing right here? That looks so real. If somebody was faking that, they usually, well, let's see.
yeah, this was taken by Omar over in London on June
Okay, so we're seeing the whole other side. Okay, he's showing us
25th.
everywhere.
He looked straight up and noticed a vortex in the
Okay.
sky. So it looks like to me he was right underneath a potential
Dude,
tornado.
that's
I don't know if it
crazy.
ever touched
Yeah,
down.
you can see
but
the
he was
layers and
directly
everything.
centered underneath the center of rotation. You can see it's pulling
Watch
up
here.
debris. Remember, tornadoes pull up, hurricanes push down. So this is a classic
Yeah, that
tornado
looks real,
signature.
100%.
Pulling up, you can see the debris.
One more time from the beginning, because he looks away from it.
Genesis, because I'm not exactly sure what we're looking at. This was taken by Omar over in London on June 25th. He looked straight up and noticed a vortex in the sky. So it looks like to me he was right underneath a...
All right, enough of that. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Man. I don't know, man. I mean, you know, yeah, it's Mother Nature, Sasquatch Keeper. It's Mother Nature performing. It's real. Yeah, I believe it. I don't know if it's a vortex per se, but that's a really nice circulation right there. I wish the guy would stop moving. Man, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm glad we got to look at that. Mr. MBB333. I'll put the link in the description. And, you know, like we always do. Pretty wild. Virgin. Huh? We'll get back to that. No. Virgin Galactic. We're gonna watch it right now for, I guess, about 4 minutes on and here's what happened earlier today. This was during the live stream. It is the Virgin Galactic Unity 22 Spaceflight live stream. I wasn't really that impressed. Yeah, Jonathan, no problem. I'm gonna go there and did you email them to me? I can't remember. I've got so many different things.
To fly. And I imagine, this also provides passengers with an additional level of comfort knowing they have crew members with them throughout the duration of the flight.
That looks so comfortable.
There they are again,
yeah.
Just moments away at this point. It's looking like we're about 4 minutes and 20 seconds out now.
4:20. That's interesting she would choose to say it at that time. God bless America. Sasquatch Keeper.
All right, so I am.
You're
hearing
mean.
From our
Don't
Mission
ruin
Control
it.
Center that we have L-4 checks in work now, so we just passed the 4-minute mark. At this point, the pilots are ensuring the spaceship
Jonathan
is in its launch
Pope.
configuration after going through
I was asking you,
checks,
did you email it to me or messenger me? I don't want to have to dig to find it. Where will I find your stuff again in my email?
Supply from Eve and prime the rocket motor by opening
I
the
have to
backup
keep
oxidizer
asking.
valve.
What's up, Guitar Me?
And once these actions are complete, the pilots are going to seek clearance for release from MCC. And that's shorthand for our Mission Control Center.
I don't know where it is. You're going to have to tell me where to find it. I can't find it.
Our primary horizon is located here at Spaceport America, and they're being supported by the Oculus Mission Control Center at our manufacturing base in Mojave, California. These teams consist of experts across various departments and disciplines within the company, and they're verifying checks with the crew today every step of the way. All right, and I've just heard from MCC that our L-4 checks are complete. We are roughly 3 minutes out from release at this point. It's getting really exciting.
And we are still doing our giveaway for the, I'm going to pause it right there. No, I don't have to. I'll let it run.
I don't know about you, but I can feel the anticipation building just watching this.
$5 gets you put into the running. We're doing it for another 35 minutes. And I believe, of course, I shut it down. I'm so... Oh my God, I erased it off my screen. I'm such a schmohawk. What, seriously, what's wrong with me? You know what I mean?
We're about 2 minutes out now, and once we get
seriously,
to the 30-second point, Spaceship Unity
we're giving away these.
And then once we get to that designated point,
your name goes in the thing, and then we'll draw it. But, you know, we can't just have 2 entries. I'm going to make this a definitely we need to have 5 entries. Just 5 entries.
Definitely. 1 minute and 30
okay,
seconds.
no, on Jonathan Mulder Pope. Oh, right. Okay.
The spaceship pilots are also going to push the stick all the way forward to prepare for release. And things happen pretty quickly after the release. So the pilots are going to light the rocket motor and they're going to accelerate in level flight until they reach Mach 1, at which point they'll start what we call the gamma turn, where we turn directly up and head to space.
So we got to have 5 entries. We only have 2 entries so far. $5 minimum.
It's getting real. So
they are. Thank you, Area 503. All right, here we go. Fly me to the
45
moon.
seconds.
Oh, 45 seconds. What are we doing? What's happening? They're already flying. Are they going to hit? Oh, they hit space? Is that what's going to happen? Oh, yeah. They don't even have spacesuits on.
The Spaceship Unity pilots are arming the launch pylon now.
What is this? Is this a
we
test?
Are armed for release. 20 seconds.
Is this a test flight? What are we doing? This is supposed to be real, right?
10 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Release, release, release.
That's what
Clean
she
release.
said. Good.
Ignition.
Oh, yeah.
Good rocket motor burn.
Uh-huh. Good rocket motor
There's
burn.
Mach 1 trimming now.
Good. Oh, wow. They went from 390 miles an hour to 800 in 3 seconds. Look in the top right-hand corner. Wow. It did blow up.
Trim
oh, no.
complete. Unity is pointed directly up and heading to space. Things are looking great. We are
What?
25 seconds into the burn now, approaching Mach 2.
What? That thing's going to space?
30 seconds, Mach 2. Everything's looking really good and stable.
30 seconds, they went over 1,000 miles an hour faster just by igniting the
40
rocket.
seconds. 45 seconds.
Oh my God, they're going 2,000 miles an hour.
Approaching Mach 3.
Mach.
There's Mach 3.
Mach.
And 60 seconds. And that is a full duration burn, folks. We are headed to space.
Space is great.
In the back
makes me have less weight. Space is great. I feel like I lost weight.
Feet and climbing.
This is unbelievable.
The pilots are now unlocking
Misty into the drawing.
And,
thank you for the super sticker.
As soon as they do that, it's going to initiate a backflip for Spaceship Unity. This is normal. We want those windows pointed down towards the Earth to maximize that incredible view.
Wow.
So Feather is coming up now, and the pilots are also enabling the RCS, or Reaction Control System, which is what they'll use to control the attitude of the vehicle while we're outside the atmosphere.
I think so, Polar Bear. Polar Bear. Sorry, my bad, Burr. My bad, Burr.
All right, Feather is all the way up. We are at about 250,000 feet now and climbing as soon as we cross the boundary to space.
Oh, this is a little fun.
Our founder, Sir Richard Branson.
Oh, he's a great guy, isn't he not? Hey, Mr. Branson.
Welcome to Space, Unity 22.
Yeah. Oh, my God. In this day and age, we still have technical difficulties with talking to people near space. Exactly. Nothing is safe in the wake of the woke left. Great freaking question. That's because it's a private corporation, my friend.
So it doesn't sound like we're cameras recording things on board today, and we'll be sure to capture his magical words and share them with the world when they're available.
All right, thank you.
We reached apogee 282,000 feet.
Wow, that's great.
Remember the day, remember where you are, and remember who you shared this with, and remember the name Virgin Galactic, because today space
nice
is
camera
Virgin
work.
Territory.
Yeah.
The culmination
You
of
better get a
life's
different
work,
cameraman,
more than half a
Virgin.
century since the world rejoiced in and was transformed by humans leaving planet Earth, Sir Richard Branson fulfills his long-held dream of experiencing space with his crew.
Can we see inside?
Congratulations again, Richard, and congratulations
What is
also
wrong with
to
these
Sarisha
people?
and Colin on becoming astronauts today. And welcome back to space to Dave, Mike, and Beth.
Yeah. Oh shit, they're dying.
Oh, you can
They're
see them now?
depixelating. They're not really in there. That's why. Did you see that? Did you see how they were pixelated, but the cabin wasn't? Dun, 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 dun. That's called bullshit.
So
these people are going to eat the, Gina Colville is going to rip this apart.
Dave, Mike, and Beth.
See? Only the people are distorted, but not the cabin. Do you see what's going on here, people? They're not really there. They're not in there. That's why he can't talk. That's why they weren't showing us shit. They're not in there. We see this on TV when they use green screens and shit. You're going to tell me they're in there? Why is Branson pixelated? She's pixelated. They're pixelated, but the cabin isn't? Oh my God. They're not there, are they? Am I the only one who thinks this is, am I not right? Am I wrong? Is there something wrong with this? Is that why he wasn't talking? Because, well, I want to be on camera when I talk, but somehow they can't get that artificial, what do they call it, reality working. Look, I'm telling you, this is a major faux pas. This is what they're doing in space too with the astronauts. Let's take a better look at this.
Remember who you shared this with, and remember the name Virgin Galactic, because today space is Virgin Territory.
No, it's not.
The culmination of a life's work, more than a half a century since the world rejoiced.
Well, I guess it is,
was transformed by humans leaving planet Earth. Sir Richard Branson fulfills his long-held dream of experiencing space with his crew.
I'm sorry. I don't think they're in it.
Congratulations again, Richard, and congratulations also to Sarisha and Colin on becoming astronauts today. And welcome back to space to Dave, Mike, and Beth.
I'm telling you. Oh, wow. Look at that eyeball right there. Look at this. This looks like another person behind her. Look, that's an eyeball. That's a mouth. It's ripped right from her head. Oh my God, they're depixelating in space. Look at Branson's eyeball right here. It's right there. He's trying to look at the camera. That's so cool how it's all pixelated. But the seat isn't, right? The cabin isn't. Only where they move is pixelated. I wonder if it's because they're moving, not because they're static. But look, their legs aren't moving. This one didn't move, and it's in the picture. So I think it has to do when an object moves, and that is called tomfoolery, because they're not in that freaking thing. He is as untrustworthy as any of them, of course. I want to take a look at something. Let's take a look at them when they were just chill. Remember how they showed them sitting in there?
Here at Spaceport America, and they're being supported by the Oculus mission here at Spaceport America.
Come on.
Out from release here at Spaceport America.
Shut
and
up.
Prime the rocket motor by opening the backup oxidizer valve.
You know, you can see me scanning, and I went right to them.
Once complete, the pilots are going to seek clearance.
Okay, let's see. She's covering her hair, her head from the sun that's on the right. He definitely doesn't want the sun on him, so he's sitting on this side, the right side. And it looks like he's there.
For release from MCC. And that's shorthand for our Mission Control Center.
This is the
We
one.
have 2
See something back here, watch.
MCCs supporting today.
See it pixelating? And then they turn the camera off. I wonder why.
Clearance for release from
Watch
MCC.
back in the back when it changes.
And that's shorthand for our Mission Control Center. We have 2 MCCs support.
Look at the face when he moved. Look at he's pixelated. She's pixelated. My God, what if they're not there? Hey, why is his face now more bright? Okay, I'm getting a little bit too anal. I'm starting to sound like Gina Colville or whatever her name is. There's a big master digital alien that's inside of all our digital artifacts. I don't know, man. Tom fooled us, original seed. Tom foolery. Tom, Dick, and Tom's Harry Dick. It used to be Tom's Harry Dick. Then they changed it to Tom, Dick, and Harry because Tom's Harry Dick didn't really look good up on the billboard. So they changed it to Tom, Dick, and Harry. I'm just telling you, that's the honest to God's truth. All right. So where are we? We've got 3 submissions for the bracelet. We got about 20 minutes left with that, 25. The bracelets, we need 5 entries to get 2 winners. But we can do it again tomorrow when Tina feels better. We'll do it tonight and tomorrow. If we don't get 5, then I'm only going to give away 1. We'll do that. And tomorrow we'll do the other one. So let's do that since it's really, super slow on that. We'll see how many show up. It's $5 per entry, free shipping in the U.S. And all proceeds go to the road trip fund. All right. So, yeah, I bought the ticket. I'll be in California this coming up weekend, meeting up with the Cousins brothers. And then Michael from Dark Hour Paranormal is going to jump on his airplane the day after and meet me and Third Phase of Moon. And probably, we're definitely going to meet people like Michael Schratt. And I don't know who else. Dr. J Radio Live, because he lives out there. Maybe Apollo, Asteria. Truth Seekers. Oh, yeah. I wasn't doing the bell. Tomorrow I'm buying a bell instead of having to open up an app. So thanks for that. $5 there. Turn that volume down a little bit from before. Thank you, Truth Seeker 101 with the $5 super sticker. And you go into the drawing. And there it is. Thank you very much. Mucho generoso. And Guy with Fox with the $1 super chat. Thank you for supporting Goof On. Every dollar helps. And for your support. Thank you very much. Super generoso. Mucho gusto generositoso for the road trip. So goofonso. Hey, what's this? Oh, yeah. I know. I saw. I'm going to go check. Let me take something here. So there was this B-17 bomber that landed and there was nobody on board. Have you ever heard this story? It's on video. It's crazy. What's this? Oh, no. What did Richard Branson do? Did you know? This comes from Scott Brown. ITF. Let me show you this tweet. I love your tweets, man. Very good tweets. Today's show seems a little bit off. I don't feel right. It feels a little off. I'm sorry. I apologize for those who came here expecting magic. Tomorrow I'll be back to 100%. I'm about 80%, but I'm starting to drain. Check this out. The 1989 Richard UFO Branson hoax. Oh, I said that wrong, didn't I? On April 1st, 1989, British tycoon Richard Branson flew a hot air balloon disguised as a flying saucer as an April Fool's stunt, which stopped London suburban highway traffic in its tracks. Branson, founder of the Virgin Atlantic Airline and Virgin Record stores, set out at 5 a.m. in a balloon equipped with a gleaming silver casing and finishing. Oh, God, I can't see it. It's so freaking small. And flashing lights. Branson intended to fool people into believing they saw a UFO, then own up to the hoax. Locust. Oh, forget it. You get it. All right. There. That's what happened. When police caught up with the balloon, it had landed and was being packed away by Branson and his colleague, Don Cameron. So do you think we're getting a, what is it, July 11th hoax? It's almost like April 1st. It's 7/11. There's a 1 in there. Thanks, Scott Brown. That's unbelievable what people do. Dana, that makes me mad. A little bit. A little bit. I don't like it. It's a hoaxer. He's a hoaxer. I didn't know that Richard Branson. I forgot. Oh, it's 1989. It's 32 years ago. 32. So I was 21. This B-17 bomber landed and no crew. So I'm going to play you this interesting story. It was emailed to me. I'm right here. Look. Hey. This is such a weird night. JLR. Check Super Chat. This is second $5. Oh, really? Al Warrior Super Sticker. Hold on. I told you I needed help. There's one. Thank you, AL Warrior. Appreciate that. I'm going to go check this out. Guy with Fox. Truth Seeker. Got it. So there isn't one. I'm telling you. I don't see one before Truth Seeker. It goes Truth Seeker. This is what I could see. We already rang the bell, right? And then Guy with Fox, we mentioned that, but that doesn't go in there because it's $5. But thank you for the super chat. And then the next one was this, AL Warrior, $5. And then the next one was JLR. So you're saying there's two? All right. I'll do a double check for you just to make sure. And welcome to the show with a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you very much, Lee. Thank you very much, JLR. Super chats, 2 of them. Thank you very much. Super generoso. Mucho gusto, generoso. I'm going to play this video. And for some reason, it's just one of those nights. Here we go. See? I don't understand why it would do this. It's weird.
On the early morning of November 23rd, 1944, a Royal Air Force anti-aircraft unit stationed in the outskirts of Kortenberg, Belgium, spotted a 35,000-pound B-17
Dark
Fortress
Skies
flying towards them. As the unscheduled aircraft continued to approach at high speed, with its landing gears down, the base's personnel assumed it was an emergency landing. Prepared for the worst, everyone watched as the B-17 uncontrollably landed in a nearby field. The soldiers waited for the crew to come out, but no one did. Major John V. Crisp then came on board and found no traces of human presence. The legend of the ghost bomber had begun. A plane falls from the sky. A massive B-17 Flying Fortress unexpectedly approached an airbase just outside of Kortenberg, Belgium, as people on the ground prepared for an emergency landing. As the aircraft kept going lower, it barely avoided crashing into the unit's guns and performed a 3-point landing in a nearby field. The landing was so swift and chaotic that the aircraft's propellers snapped off, and both wings were destroyed as it touched ground. After the engines came to a stop, 3 of the props still continued to whirl. Following the emergency landing protocol, the Belgian personnel gathered near the aircraft with medical supplies and waited for the crew to come out of the Flying Fortress. After 20 minutes of waiting, Major John...
Got it. I see it, JLR. Thank you very much. for the 2. Appreciate that. And I put them down anyway, even before I checked, so you're good. Thank you very much. And everybody else. I think I may have missed other people. Let me just take a look real quick. Let's see. We have Tina Mobley. We got that. TC5, that we got that. $5 for Misty. $5 for Misty. 2 from you. Thank you. JLR came in. That's where I missed. And then Truth Seekers with the 5. Guy with the Fox 1. AL Warrior with the 5. JLR with another 5. And welcome to the show. 99 cents. We're all caught up. I'm going to leave that panel window open. Hey, look at this guy, huh? Guy with Fox. July 4th must be hated by the Sasquatch people, say. The day the human wizards all show off their spells must be terrifying for them. Yeah, I would imagine, but that's an interesting super chat for $5 and just out of nowhere. You want to change the narrative, don't you? Yeah, I kind of do too. Anyway, these guys landed their plane. There was nobody in it. That's the story. I'll put the link in the description. You're right. You got that right, guy with the Fox. That super chat changed the show. I believe it had a purpose, and I appreciate your comment there. And thank you for the $5 super chat. Super generoso, mucho gusto, road trip. So thank you. Creating this stupid language. I got to stop. And you get a submission to the bracelets. Guy with Fox. See, I'm going to have to get some help for this. I'm going to have somebody write this stuff down for me next time. Hey, Grandmaster UV, what's up, man? Joe Wall with the $4.99 super chat. Technically that does not qualify, but I'll put it in. I'm not going to be a stickler over a penny. Joe Wall is now in for the one of the 2 bracelets. Thank you very much. We've got 13 minutes left in that. Much love to you, Joe Wall. Thank you for the super chat. Goes right into the drawing as well as the road trip fund. Thank you very much. Super generoso, everybody. Polar Bear, they jumped out before. That is weird. Isn't that weird? I find that awfully strange that, oh yeah, didn't they find them? And then they jumped it. But how did it land? How? It landed with nobody in it. I think they tell us what happened to these guys, right? That they did jump out?
On 2 engines. The squad that would attack the lunar refinery at Mersburg left their post in England amidst gloomy weather conditions. As the formation climbed to the bombing elevation of 28,000 feet, pilot DeBolt realized his aircraft had a faulty engine and could not reach the same elevation as the others. Things only worsened as the formation began using their bomb release mechanisms. However, DeBolt's aircraft had a malfunction, which led it to veer off course. Now flying on its own, the B-17 became an easy target. Almost immediately, the aircraft was hit by enemy fighters, 88mm anti-aircraft guns, and anti-tank artillery. The B-17 was then filled with smoke and fire. Due to the mechanism malfunction in the bomb rack, DeBolt's attempts to drop ammunition were hindered. An immense red flash then filled the aircraft. It had been hit directly on its bomb bay from a flak burst. Fortunately, the bombs did not explode, but instead began to fall to the ground. DeBolt later said of the moment, quote, "I'll be darned if I know why the bombs didn't explode." The aircraft was severely damaged, as engine number 2 was torn off, and number 3 was windmilling and causing the B-17 to flutter out of control. As the weather continued to deteriorate, DeBolt decided to head back to England. The crew was...
Goodness. Jeffrey McIntyre. All right. I know, I forgot I wasn't supposed to play that long. Stupid thing. I can't wait to get a bell tomorrow. $5 super chat. Where'd it go? Jeffrey McIntyre. Put you right into the drawing. All right. We've got 10 entries. Thank you very much, Jeffrey McIntyre. Super generoso. Mucho gusto generoso for the road trip funso. They did, right? Didn't they bail out?
It was now flying on 2 engines, and the aircraft continued to break down because of the failing propeller. Debolt ordered his crew to jettison all surplus equipment out of the aircraft to lighten it, but as they flew over Belgium, the remaining engines also began to sputter. As the B-17 continued to lose altitude and headed west towards a friendly line, Debolt gave everyone a signal to eject the aircraft. At that moment, they were flying at around 2,000 feet. Debolt was last and remained in the aircraft while deciding what to do next.
Jump!
Since he knew the B-17 would not be able to cross the English Channel due to the wreckage, he pointed it towards Belgium, put it on autopilot, and jumped out. While the crew fell into an uncertain future, the B-17 continued flying on autopilot without a specific route. Thankfully, all parachutes opened and the men landed safely.
Wait a minute. This is in the 1944. How did the plane land itself on an airfield? I mean, it hit the ground pretty hard. But how? That's 2 years and a few months after Roswell, right? Did we figure out this type of remote control capability?
Running on 2 engines. However,
how many times is this guy going to say we're running on 2 engines, running on 2 engines? You know, this light's a little low. There we go. I knew that was something was wrong. Oh, look at me. I look 2 years younger.
The Royal Air Force witnesses claimed that 3 engines were still running when the aircraft landed. When Major Crisp was interviewed, he reported that the B-17 was not as damaged as the crew stated, and he found all the unused parachutes inside. The investigators' most significant challenge was to explain how such a heavy bomber managed to land in a single piece on its own. The leading theory came down to coincidence. There was a possibility that the engines kicked back on by themselves after the crew had bailed, that the unit had plenty of spare parachutes, or that the Nazi-inflicted damage on the aircraft could have been caused by the accident. The Phantom Fortress, losing altitude at the right speed and angle for a descent, was able to crash land.
You know, Jonathan Pope, I just have to say, normally I don't talk to the chat room this way, but I think I'm going to run my show my way. I mean, show my stuff. How about disclosure news now? I mean, it's like, who does that? I find it funny. No. When I'm ready. My God. You want to be a producer? I don't charge anything, but if you give me a good show and don't bother me during it, I'll run that show for you. But I got to do things my way, Chief. I know what my brain can do. That's the reason there's no co-hosts. There's nobody else. I mean, I've never talked to the moderators unless something bad happens, you know, an accident or, you know, we need to talk, but I'm horrible. I've always been by myself, always. So I need to get people more. I need to give people more attention. I just don't. I'm not used to it. Now I think I need to. Seriously. Yeah, because with the amount of people coming here, we can't have any mistakes. You know, we're trying to show stuff. All right. So with that being said, Elizondo news anyway, right? He was on Dr. J Radio Live the other day, and there were some really good hard questions asked to Lou Elizondo, like really good questions. And I did a report on it, Third Phase UFO Report. That is the sister channel of, you can hear it, of Third Phase of Moon. And here's my take on that episode. Welcome to Third Phase UFO Report. I'm Rich Giordano from GoofOn, and this is tonight's report. Lou Elizondo was asked the hardest questions he's ever heard and stumbled a little bit on some of these. We'll also go to Mars with John Ward, and we'll get a report from the panel. Stick around. We got Lou coming up with Third Phase on Dr. J Radio Live. Here we go.
We got a question here. Blake and Brent Cousins, they're Third Phase of Moon, the world's largest UFO YouTube channel. And they ask, can you ask Lou, why don't we see the entire Tic Tac gimbal video from the beginning to the end? Has Lou seen the entire video?
Sure. So those videos were released because the contents of which that are now publicly available are not classified. Any information that a video picks up may have classified information in. It may have sensitive information like specific call signs. It may have locational data where we are, and we don't necessarily want to broadcast that. So what you see in those videos, Go Fast Gimbal and FLIR, are portions of a video that were deemed to be unclassified and fit for public consumption. The reason why you don't see the rest of those videos, in some cases they don't exist, in other cases they do exist, is because the government has decided that that information is sensitive, and it reveals potentially sources and methods. I can tell you there's many other videos. I think the problem is that people concentrate a lot on the FLIR and those 3 videos that came out back in 2017 and 18, not realizing that that was low-hanging fruit. Those were the least compelling of the videos. They were compelling and are compelling, but there's others that really would blow your socks off.
That's what I honestly expected, was that we were getting just the crumbs, and you actually got to see different angles, different videos, right? 4K, 8K, things like that.
I did. I was privy to many other videos and photographs and reporting. But it's important. I always caution people. Videos can only tell you part of the story. It's important that people recognize that what a video doesn't do, it doesn't tell you what happened before the incident, and it doesn't tell you what happened after the incident, and it doesn't tell you what's happening from other perspectives and angles, and that's why you need other video, right? So who's to say that there's not other FLIR video out there, right, from another platform, and radar signature, maybe from an E2 Hawkeye and the Princeton and some other radar sensor units out there. So again, I want to be careful because I don't want to speak on behalf of the government right now. It's really not my place to do so. But I think people can rest assured that there's far more compelling information out there, and that's what Congress was briefed on, and that's why you have now this government taking this topic very, very seriously.
What an outstanding answer. Now you have to imagine, okay, that you're somebody who isn't well versed in ufology, listening to Lou for the first time, second time, whatever. It's not us listening. This is made, all what Lou is doing is trying to get the general public to go along with what he's saying. And I don't think he's saying anything that bad, to be honest. A lot of people don't believe him. He's a disinfo guy, but he did say he saw other pieces, longer versions of the videos, but the reason they can't show them is because there may be some sensitive information, call signs and other things that, you can't show the public. Then he goes on to talk about how these videos don't tell you the whole story. There's something that happened before what we see and after what we watched. So there's always this information that we never get to see because there may be sensitive information. Fine. And, he also said, he can't really say too much, but he saw different angles. He saw 4K, high def, all different clearer videos. And if that's true, then that's an admission that this stuff is being hid from the public. To me, speaks volumes.
Dark Hour Paranormal reads, what is the biggest risk in revealing high technology that may exist while keeping the mechanics under wraps?
What is the biggest risk and in revealing? Well, I don't think there's a risk revealing the fact that there are these advanced capabilities, and I think we've done that, and I think we're doing that. Again, what we do need to pay attention to is the protection of our sources and methods and our collection activities. And that's only because not because we don't trust the American people, it's because we don't trust our adversaries. We don't want to tip our hand, because if we're using these capabilities against our adversaries, we don't necessarily want to let them know, because we spend a lot of money trying to develop these things, right? We don't want them to develop countermeasures. So that's the normal world of intelligence and that type of related work. So again, it's not that we don't trust the American people. There's just no way to have that conversation with 500 billion people and keep it from our enemies. But I do think you're starting to see look, we have conversations all the time that there are rogue nations that have nuclear technology. Maybe the specifics of the technology is classified, but the fact that country has nuclear technology isn't so much a secret. The same thing with this, the fact that there are things flying around in our controlled airspace that we don't know what the heck they are, we don't know how they work, and we frankly don't have a clue from where they're from or what the intent is. That's not a secret, and it shouldn't be a secret. I don't think physics and the mathematics should be a secret. What I think should remain a secret is our critical technology. I will tell you this right now, that if I had to choose between disclosure and full disclosure and sacrificing our national security, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't sacrifice our national security for that. Now, is there a way to have a conversation where we can still have disclosure and protect national security? Well, that's precisely what my colleagues and I are trying to do. We're trying to thread that needle very carefully. None of us want to compromise national secrets. None of us want to hurt this country. But what we do want to do is get that information that's not classified, that information that does squarely belong to the people of the United States and potentially the world, but certainly your taxpayer dollars were paid to find answers, and now we have some answers.
Well, Lou kind of said the obvious thing and the correct thing, and that we can't reveal the technical aspect, but we can reveal the capability, and that's what they're trying to do. Well, we've been doing that for years, talking about the capability. What Lou said is that he will not risk national security to reveal the secret of UFOs. So what does that mean? Does he really know how these vehicles work? Does he know more than you or I? And why would they reveal a secret like that to Lou? Did he stumble upon it? I mean, I thought he left ATIP because he wasn't getting to the next level and getting the information he wanted, because, they're demons. So are they demons? Are they esoteric? He sees the capabilities and he doesn't want, to violate his security and the security of the nation here. He doesn't want to reveal it, and they don't want to reveal it because our adversaries might get their hands on it and figure it out. We don't want that. Yeah, that makes sense. So not really anything new, but he says that's what me and my colleagues are trying to do, is bring this information to the public the safest way we can. Right.
How far advanced do you think private corporations have in technology? Do you think Lockheed Martin may have developed a Tic Tac? Has Lou asked Lockheed what assets they have in their possession?
Wow. That's a really good question.
I love that reaction, man.
Let me answer this way.
It's a great reaction.
Have we asked? Yes. I'm not going to tell you what the answer is because part of that answer requires approval from certain organizations and military contractors, and I'm not at liberty to answer on their behalf. I've made it very clear what I said, and I went right up to that line by saying, when I was asked, do I think that the U.S. government is in possession of this exotic material? And I said yes. and I stand by that. But at this point, I really can't elaborate much more beyond that, only because this is still unfolding. And what we don't want to do is, I mean, the truth be told, the last thing we want to do is to scare the gopher to go back into its hole. It's just now poking its head out of the hole, and we're trying to coax it, saying it's okay to come out, it's okay to have this conversation. So, what I don't want to do is preemptively say something that all of a sudden forces the gopher to go back underground for the next 70 years.
So I'd have to say, you're right, Lou. It is a good question, but the answer that we got out of this one isn't quite clear. You could see that at one point, Lou's having some loss of words in regards to some of the statements that he's trying to basically spit out, but he knows in the back of his mind there's certain things that he cannot say. And one of them is indeed that there is this private organization, possibly like Lockheed Skunk Works, that has this technology. He was almost admitting it there, but it was kind of interesting that they did go ahead and indeed ask Lockheed Skunk Works if they had the Tic Tac or gimbal, basically. So
now that was a question that stumbled Lou 3 solid seconds of silence to think of the answer. And we kind of got the same answer we've heard before, more or less, that yes, he has asked or had conversations with Lockheed Martin. And he said before in the past that when somebody asked, do we have these exotic materials? And Lou said, do you think the U.S. has these exotic materials? And Lou said, yes, but that's all I can expound on this. Can't say anymore. So here we go again. Can't say anymore. See, you can't have it both ways. Lou can't. Nobody can. This is why he can't answer. He can say, sort of, but, yeah, I think we do have it. I think we have these exotic materials. But what he's afraid of is that if he starts talking about it any more than that and revealing too much, he says that these corporations, private corporations, the ones that are getting secretly funded, sounds familiar, that they will go back into their hole for another 70 years. But nobody takes the risk. Why? What would happen? There's questions I have for Lou, and they're pretty good. Like, what would happen to you and your family if you revealed the things that you say you can't reveal? Do you have a go bag ready? Do you think people are watching you? Because it seems like the guy's a little worried. And I think he's keeping the oath, but still.
I got the final question from Third Phase of Moon. How far advanced do you think the U.S. government or private corporation are in advanced tech that the public is not aware of? The B-1 bomber was classified for 40 years until the public was aware of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of advanced tech. I'm not going to go into it right now. That's certainly not my place to do that. But, the U.S. government and other countries are always trying to maintain a competitive advantage over their adversaries. And we should. I think that's money well spent. We have a tremendous amount of advanced technology in this country. Now, if you're asking the question of if that was a derivative of some sort of UAP, the answer to that would be, unfortunately, it's pretty. That type of vehicle would be very, very advanced, and it should be no surprise that if let me give you an example. It's a bit like imagine an aircraft, a 747 that crashes in the Amazon, and everybody escapes. They jump out of the plane with parachutes, and everybody's fine. But the plane crashes, and a indigenous group of people from the Amazon who've never seen human beings outside of their own little, if you will, village, come across bits and pieces of this aircraft. and they find glass from the cockpit. They pick it up and they realize that glass can be used to skin the meat from their kill much easier, right? So they reverse engineer the glass, and they're using it now as a tool to cut skin away from the meat, right? That's not the intended purpose of a glass, right? And there's no way they're going to recognize that, how to rebuild a 747 in the middle of the Amazon. But it doesn't mean that there isn't bits and pieces that can be picked up and certain things gleaned from that. I'm not saying that's necessarily the case. I'm not going to speak on behalf of our government what it has or has not done. But that's probably a better analogy when answering that question. Do we have the skill sets needed to even study and investigate something like that? Well, we're now beginning to realize that the physics probably lies within the realm of quantum physics. We still don't understand it very well. So there's probably a lot more we need to learn before we could figure out how to reverse engineer something like that.
The example you said with Amazon, I'm going to steal the example that Bob Lazar said. Take this iPhone, drop it in the wagon trail days. They can have an unlimited budget. They wouldn't come close to even figuring out what it is, let alone powering it up.
Right.
Impossible.
You need an entire infrastructure, right? You need an ability to charge the phone, right? You need an ability to do a lot of things with that phone. You need cellular service for the phone to work. You need GPS if you want to use a GPS. And there's these multi-billion-dollar industries set up for every single one of the capabilities on your smartphone. And unless you have all of those in place, chances are you're not really going to be able to utilize it very well.
Kind of a cliche answer, if you ask me. Yeah, what if an airplane crashed in the Amazon and all the survivors, got out by parachute, and then the plane crashes, and then an indigenous tribe finds the airplane, and they break the glass and they use it to cut meat, and it's not what a plane is for. The glass isn't for that. It can be used for that, but it's kind of equating to, well, if a UFO crash landed or we had access to one, that we wouldn't have the infrastructure or the know-how to use it. Maybe we can figure out certain things like, let's say, like they used to say, I don't remember the guy who said it, Philip Glass or Corso said it, that we got Kevlar, right? That was given to the public, laser, and there were some other things, that we were able to figure out from maybe not back engineering an alien craft, but back engineering maybe the technology, but not knowing how the craft works. We were able to obtain lasers and Kevlar and some other small things that are really important to society. Look, I get all that. But Lou can't answer any important question that means anything. Will they be, how far advanced are these private corps? I can't answer that. But I could tell you this. If an airplane crashed in the Amazon, come on. He doesn't know. See, that's the confusing thing. It conflicts with what he said earlier, that he's seen better video. He's seen things at Lockheed that he can't talk about. It's for national security purposes. He can't talk about it. Really? I'm not. See, now I'm a little bit upset. All right, let's get to the last question. This is great.
So what can you talk about what you're doing with your colleagues to further the truth to get to where we want to get to, which is seeing the facts?
Yeah, well, I think that will probably become apparent here at some point in the future, but we are working very hard, very diligently behind the scenes. We are engaging our friends and colleagues, both in the legislative side and the executive side of our government. We're also engaging the media and foreign countries to stimulate the conversation and facilitate that conversation between our country and theirs. We're doing a lot of things to help us pursue this initiative. There's 5 pillars of emphasis. I'll restate them again of what
The
we've
5
been
variables,
doing.
right?
No, not observables. No.
Okay,
There's also happens to be 5 areas of think of this as a military or an intelligence campaign. What we are doing is very deliberate. It's very, very methodical, and has to be synchronized. So, and very well coordinated. So, in essence, the first pillar of emphasis is legislative engagement, which is where Chris Mellon comes into play, making sure that our elected officials know this is a good conversation and it's okay to have this conversation. And then the second pillar of emphasis is executive level engagement in our executive branch, so department heads and secretary level, letting them know that this is a national security issue and they should pay attention to it, right? And to hell with stigma and taboo, because this topic isn't going away. The third area of emphasis is foreign government engagement. Engaging our friends and allies, putting them in contact with the right people here in Washington, D.C. for them to get more information and perhaps start sharing information that they may have on this topic with us and vice versa. The fourth area of engagement is media engagement, and that is engaging mainstream media so they know it's okay to have the conversation as well. 3 years ago, nobody in their right mind would have touched this conversation.
So the question was, what are your plans? How are you going to spread the message now that you're not with TTSA or ATIP or anybody holding you back? He says he's going to go to the public, which is going to be a deliberate, methodical, and synchronized effort, which means he's going to have his colleagues and everybody else that he knows who can help spread the message, talk to people in the government, the media. Like, he's got the 5 pillars of emphasis: legislative engagement to let officials know it's okay to have the conversation. The second one was the executive level of engagement with secretaries, department of heads, etc. Let them know it is a security issue, and to hell with the taboo and stigmatism, because the conversation isn't going away. The third is foreign government engagement. Help the allies, teach them how to spread this message. And 4 is media engagement, that it's okay to talk about this stuff. Let's not be scared anymore. So that's what they're going to be doing. They're going to tell everybody it's okay to talk about it. Who's controlling the media? How is he getting on Fox, CNN, MSNBC? Doesn't the public have a voice in this? That's what is effectively bothering me at this moment. I don't like that the public doesn't have a voice in this, and that Lou and his colleagues, Mellon and whoever else, are the ones that are to take this to the media, legislative, you know what I mean? Foreign governments. I don't know, man. It's too perfect. And why now? That's what I want to know. Somebody should ask Lou why now. All right, we're going to move ahead to Mars. Thank you, Lou Elizondo and Dr. J Radio Live. Great job. Unbelievable, Lou. There's nothing I'm going to add to that. So thanks for watching. And what I'm going to do, I'm doing it a little differently since everybody's name is cut. And for those of you who donated more than once, I put everything into a hat. And there's, you can see the names. All those are exactly the same size, shape. And I'm going to pull out a name now for the first bracelet, since we did get 10 instead of 5. So there's 10 total entries in here. I guess I could put Mr. DB Cooper in here too. Yep, I might as well, because he put, well, that would be like 20 entries, but he got it in late. You got that in late. I can't. I tell you what, I'll do something different for Mr. DB Cooper. I got an idea. All right, so for this drawing, so you know I'm not cheating, I am going, nothing in my hand. I'm going to choose the first name. Here we go. Hold on. Just so you know, there's nothing in my hand. I'm moving the mouse. I don't like doing the drawing this way. I gotta have music. Gotta have a little music. Gotta have music. Sorry. But I think we'll be okay if I play this. Okay. Here we go.
Little trouble there. Let's pick it up at 17.
All right, everybody. It is time for the drawing. We will be giving away a Goof-On bracelet by Gypsy Jewelers. 2 bracelets tonight. Here we go. Nothing in my hand, and that is what's up for the drawing. Here we go. The first drawing. Okay, I got it in my hand. AI Warrior. Or is it AL? AI Warrior got the first one. Congratulations. You need to send, if you want this, send me an email with your address that you want this sent to. And then I'll send it over to Tina. And then she will, if she needs anything from you, she will tell you when it's shipped. I know that. So congratulations. We're going to pick the other one now. I don't know what I'm doing. I felt good for a second. All right. Here's the next drawing. Here we go. Nothing in my hand. What is that? Here we go. I got it. I'm not looking. Feels weird. Misty! Misty OC Dragons and AI Warrior. Congratulations. AI Warrior and Misty. Congratulations.
It's all good. No worries.
What happened?
Little trouble there. Let's pick it up at 17.
Congratulations. You won a Goof-On bracelet. AI or AL Warrior and Misty OC Dragon. Pretty cool too. Bass! Oh, I thought they were going to say bass there. All right. So, Misty, send me the information to send that to. If it's out of the country, you will pay for shipping, unfortunately. It is really expensive to ship across the water. I don't know why, or to another country. Canada's expensive, and it's connected to America, so I don't know why I said water. Anyway, you send me your information. I'll send it over to Tina, and she will get those out to you ASAP. She's a little under the weather. It may take a day or two, but congratulations, guys. Thanks for playing along. Everything and everybody's contributions go right to the road trip. So I'm excited. The ticket was purchased by me, and we are definitely going to be in California this coming weekend. Super excited. Seriously, I can't believe I'm actually going now, finally. What time did we start? We got about 20 minutes. All right. I like playing music for some reason behind me. Yeah, that is an original remix, so that is not a copyright claim. At least it isn't on Third Phase UFO Report. All right. So got a lot of show to do still. Thank you for joining us tonight here at Goof-On. It is the new time Although we started a little late, an hour late tonight, my fault. Of course, my fault. Who else? The rest of the week, Monday through Friday, I will be starting at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. We are no longer going to be helping out the people who come up after Goof On. Seems like they get a little bit of a kickoff. I don't like that. I'm glad we're starting. And then what's going to happen is Michael from Dark Hour Paranormal is going to do his show an hour after. No, it's not B. Baker. Got it. That's funny that you sent that. That's funny that you sent that. Yeah, we already tested it. It's not copywritten. But thanks for looking out. That's why I played it. And you know what? If it is a copyright claim, oh well. I don't care. Look, I don't care about monetizing the show anymore. It's nothing. As a matter of fact, I'm only going to do a couple. I'm not going to be doing them all anymore. It's worthless. It really is worthless for me to put commercials on these shows. I'm not doing it. So we get a claim. At least we had fun doing the show. Anyway, I'm a little excited. We did the B-1 bomber thing. We did the Lou Elizondo. We did the giveaway. Did you know something colossal is about to happen to the sun? That's according to Skywatch Media News. Check it out.
Skywatch Media News for July the 6th, 2021. A tremendous event may soon take place on the sun that could kickstart the next solar cycle into high gear. It's referred to as a termination event, according to physicists from the National Center for Atmospheric Research.
I can't tell you how many times a year we go through this, right? How many times do we have to hear about the sun? We're going to have this massive solar flare that never happens. The electric grid works. Everything's working fine. My computer works fine. My Wi-Fi is not interrupted. My GPS works perfectly in the car. Where are these solar flares that are supposed to be happening in 2000, 2010, 2020, 2021, 2022? I don't see them. They're either just missing us or it never happens. Here we have an explosion on the sun that won't bother Earth. And we thought it would. Our projections were wrong. Yeah, well, you can't predict the sun. I don't even want to play this anymore. I'm so sick of these prediction things. They don't know. Nobody knows. And we did the Virgin thing, which I think is we never finished it, did we? Let's finish this off. Yeah, let's just finish this off for a minute. What happened at the end? That was just the end, right? This is a copyright, probably, if anything. Aren't they talking? What's going on? Why is it so quiet? Oh.
With the crew in North America, the Chihuahuan Desert. The area around Spaceport.
So did they already go nuclear? Are they going to land? They're coming back home. Is that it?
We're at 22,000 feet now and descending. And
oh, they're coming back.
Earlier, Unity is a glider at this point.
Wait a second. First of all, an astronaut is somebody who traverses through space for more than a minute. Yep, you are right about that, Chris. You and I, we're always on the same wavelength. I usually agree with what you say. I've noticed that. F-Graph 72. It rained for 5 hours like I've never seen rain before. F-Graph 72. No flood. I'm waiting for it, though.
So the pilots right now are discussing their energy management plan, and pretty shortly here they'll be meeting up with our chase aircraft.
Okay, this is lame. Okay, they land, yada, yada, yada. Game Vet sent me a video. I almost forgot. Sorry, Game Vet, but I did look at the video. And he recorded something a couple of months ago, maybe several weeks ago. Let me pull it up real quick. That has been seen around the world. All right. Not once, not twice, probably 5 to 7 times, probably more, and people just aren't reporting it. And it looks like he captured one of these things again. So let me pull it up here because I think I did a report on it too. I thought Third Phase had it on their, what do you call it? Their main channel that I could see the actual thumbnail, but I did a thumbnail for it. So let's take a look on Third Phase UFO Report so I can show you what it was. And I guess I didn't do it either. No, that's 4 months ago. Anyway, let me pull it up. Hold on. Are these crafts captured on video? Extremely rare. I think this is it. Hold on. Let me take a look at something. I really want to show you. No, this isn't my. What? Hold on. Hold on. GameVet sent something to me today. And it's one of these. Now, I think I may have figured it out. So let me just show you his new evidence. Let me just show you the new one. So GameVet. Oh, okay, I see. Go to 146. You know, I was looking at the thing in the beginning, and my God, man, that I don't know if you captured that, but whatever it is, it looks like it's the moon going behind some buildings, but that's not yours. This is yours. Let me play it for everybody. You guys take a look at this. This is coming from GameVet. This is almost like the first time I'm seeing it. This is all I saw, and I said, oh, wow. So this is pretty amazing. I recognize that backyard, or that area anyway. Wow, that is just floating there. But I think I have an idea. I don't know if I have an idea. I'm going to look for the other video that Third Phase did. Third Phase of Moon, rather. I really want to see your video, though. First one. Is this the same thing? Is this the same thing?
And, you know, this is why... What? What?
Here's another. No.
Are they flares? Or are they UFOs?
So yours was this first,
flares,
this one
Chris?
here. So this was yours. Right? So I'm wondering if somebody's messing around with you. Because let me show you what I found, and we can do this together. You saw it already, but let me pull it in and lock it in, load it. See, there are these lights, and I know you know about them, but I'm wondering if it's these type of tubes that are, you know, put into these neon tube lights can just be put into balloons and launched, and they have these balloons. And I'm wondering, look, here's even the color right there I mean, you could put these inside balloons and they'll rise, man. They're very lightweight. You know, some of these just weigh a pound, 2 pounds. A balloon can easily lift that. And that's why I wonder in your video if it's that stable, if there's a long tube. Now, I can't tell how far that is away. It looks like it may be 1/4 of a mile, 1/2 a mile, depends on how big it is. It depends where it is in the sky. It's very hard to tell on video, but I see frogs jumping up or something in the front there. But that's why I think this thing is stationary almost, because it's one of these tube lights, and I believe it's inside a balloon thing. And the weight of the thing and the balloon in the helium can only get it so high, maybe. I know you'd think it would keep rising, but I didn't see the end of the video. It just ended, you know. I'd like to see what happened at the end. So what happens after that? Oh, you didn't shoot the videos. Oh, okay. Okay, my bad. I thought you shot it. I'm sorry. Oh, you said, you did tell me. It looks like the same object I recorded, but this one is stationary. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. Yeah, here's another one. So I'm not sure, but Jesus, man, if this is a real thing and it isn't some inner tube light, I mean, could we be looking at some sort of new craft that isn't really new?
And
we've seen cigar-shaped crafts forever. They've been in folklore and let's see this. I want to see something here. See how that flashed? I wanted to get that flash before it flashed. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
Are they flares?
This one,
Chris.
this one's not doing anything.
Are they flares?
Are they flares? Love when women talk from another country.
There's a lot of dots over there. I don't know whether they're flares or whether
I thought I had
UFOs.
it open. Jesus.
If they are UFOs.
I'm such an amateur tonight. Every night.
There's 5 dots. I don't know if I can zoom in. Oh, yeah, I can. Can you see those? If those are UFOs.
Oh, wow. See, the thing about this, it ended. That was it. See, I don't like that we only get to see that and then it ends. And I'll tell you why. Because they realized it was flares. That's why that video ended. Or they're just showing us what they want us to see. But I think those are flares. Anytime we see UFOs barely above a ridge or a mountaintop, I always say flares because it is. You see, never mind. It doesn't matter what I think. It should, because I'm usually right. Up here, a half circle? I don't know, man. Looks like a cloud. Oh, wow. I don't know if that's at an amusement park. I'm thinking it's probably some sort of smoke ring that was left. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody's trying to pass this off as a UFO.
I guess that's how they make those crazy UFO videos.
First of all, you can hear the helicopter. And this, they're trying to tell us that we're looking at a UFO. When in fact it's the moon, because further down the video, the object has almost disappeared. See, it's almost gone behind the building. And then when you get to the last frame, oh my God, it went behind the building. I wonder what it could be. Thanks a lot, whoever you are. But then we've got, similar to Game Vet, this. And I'm going to pull up your other one here real quick. Here we go. Oh, wow. Here we go. Yeah, here it is. It's with the psionics camera. It's pretty cool stuff. Oh no, won't let me. Yeah, here we go. It just showed me a commercial of somebody's foot fungus. Here's the one that Game Vet captured. So you got this one, right? I'm going to open it up. You got this one. That's the one we just saw. And then here's Game Vet's. I think we got to go all the way to the 10-minute mark or something, right? Isn't that this one? Or no? Am I on the wrong video? I think I picked the wrong video. Here it is. Here's Game Vets. Similar. Now that's a psionics camera. That's why it's making it purple. Because it's, you know, like night vision. But this one, now if this was a balloon, and I've seen these before, they don't go straight up like that. They do for a little bit, but then they dip down and they kind of meander and they do a little snake and it's like they're climbing steps. This one, unless there's a weighted balloon, I don't know how they would do it. But he does have this also recorded off of his cell phone, which gives a different look. So let's go there. I should redo this for third phase UFO report. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. And here's his now that's what it looks like in a cell phone. Pretty awesome. Good video, good capture. So you see it's a totally different aura, right? It's dimmer, well, it's a cell phone. But interesting. Pretty wild stuff, man. Pretty good. Play it again just for you, just so you could see it, so I can vape. Pretty awesome. Game Vet, that is a really impressive capture. And I hope there isn't anyone pulling any, you know what I mean? Like up the road, or they just think it's fun. There's people like that in Arizona. When I was hanging out with this guy named Rob Krakowski, Rob lived upwind from me. He literally tried releasing balloons when the wind would blow my way to see if I would record them and post them. Never happened. He told me he did it because I found balloons in his closet, and they were half blown up, and you know, like they were already used or about to be used or whatever. But I'm like, what are you doing with these balloons? He had 3 big balloons. I guess he forgot, because he goes, let's go to the front window of the house. You can see these shadow people running up and down the street. I'm like, okay. And I think he wanted to see if he could influence me. And he would sit there looking out the window, and we'd see the street lights and his street. And then he goes, there it goes. He goes, did you see that? Now, somebody who wants to feel like the good guy would say, I did see it, but you didn't. I said, I didn't see shit. I didn't see shit. You didn't see, there it goes again. And I'm like, man, I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm not seeing it. He goes, dude, you can see it. I even think I saw it had a tomahawk in its hand. He thought it was spiritualistic. Indian tribes that used to do ritualistic things. Because there were. We found up in the mountains where he lived, where they started building. It was near Happy Valley, Arizona. They just started building out in this area in 2004, 5, 6. And sure enough, we went looking for one of these sites that was by this school, and it had a place where you could, I guess, what do you do when you have, like the Indians, they sacrificed. A sacrificial thing was sitting there. And we were recording it all, and we're walking around in the desert, and we found this place that was supposedly some Indian thing, spiritualistic place. Anyway, I recorded all of these lights, like Christmas tree lights started popping up right in front of me on the ground. And Rob says, "Did you see that?" And I said, "I got it on video." He goes, "You did?" "Yeah." And then I rewound it and showed him, and I still have it on video. You can see these orbs of light, which is why I really enjoy Wreak and Havoc's story and other people's like that. Not all of them, but these just were appearing and disappearing, and they were colorful. Yes, I know I've been talking about posting videos for a year. I know, I'll do it when I get to it. Maybe I'll do that this week for you guys. I really should. But anyway, Game Vet, good stuff, man. Thanks for sharing that information with me. All right, what is this? I'm trying to do one send you an email. I'm gonna let you know that I would be happy to donate a price to maybe a personalized piece like the one today, but not with bees. My like some customer exchange permission, my business sharing with someone. Oh, okay. Let me reply real quick. I had to do that now. All right. So where are we? What else do we have? Oh yeah, I got a lot more here. All right, let's go. A few more minutes. What's today? Sunday? Hey, we got a new patron. Mark Bow, who is now a new patron. We now have 20 patrons at Goof on Patreon. All the links to all that stuff is in the description to the show and on the About tab on the YouTube channel if you really want to know. But anyway, so tomorrow it's all starting to come together, guys. We're going to do the show 3 hours earlier. Okay. So 7 p.m. Eastern. And this is for me. 4 p.m. Pacific. Wrong one. Right here on YouTube. Thank you, moderators, super chatters. And thank you, Misty OC Dragons and Al Warner. AI Warner. Right? Isn't that what it is? I can't read it. Warrior. Thank you. You guys are winners. Thank you, moderators and super chatters. Without your support, this doesn't work right. Appreciate it. Take stress off of my life. Appreciate that. And also to the newcomers and the people, veterans who visit the show all the time, thank you very much for coming back. All I ask is for a few minutes to listen. If you like it, you come back, subscribe, share it, and then don't forget to thumb up it. So thank you very much for that. I'm Rich Giordano. Until tomorrow, if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out for ufology. Good night, everybody. California, here we come.
I don't know what you're complaining about. All you have to do is go to sleep. I'm not asking you to come with me. I was there. I know you were. You're scared of your own shadow and terrified of dear Uncle Gustav. Yes, I am. Well, I'm not. I don't care if he does find me gone. The cowboy will protect me. Frida, I beg you. Think about what you're...
And I'm not sure, but I got to stop. I think... Hold on a second. Mr. DB Cooper again. with another $100 PayPal super bonus road trip fun thingy. Thank you, man. I couldn't let that go. I can't believe I missed it. 2 of them. Thank you. Man. All right. Back to good nights. Super mucho generoso, dude. Ugh.